The emergency alert blazed across every screen in Station Haven's command center. Unauthorized draconian life forms. Sector 12. Containment breach imminent. Chief Security Officer Taurek arrived with a full tactical team, expecting the worst. What he found was somehow worse than expected. Two draconian cubs, each the size of a hover car, had barricaded themselves in the cargo bay. Their scales shimmered crimson and gold, wings half spread in aggressive display. Smoke curled from their nostrils as they faced down 8 security officers in full combat gear. "Where's their handler?" Taurek demanded. "Engineering section," an officer reported, voice tight with fear. "We separated them 20 minutes ago for decontamination protocols." The cubs, they didn't take it well. Clearly, Taurek studied the situation. Draconians were Category 8 predators, capable of generating plasma-hot flames even as juveniles. These two had already melted 3 containment barriers and scorched blast doors rated to withstand missile strikes. "Get tranquilizer drones ready." "Sir, their metabolism. I know it won't work long. We just need them sedated until we can get them off station." He activated his comm. "All personnel, maintain distance. These are animals, not sentients. They're dangerous." That was his first mistake. The cubs heard the word animals through the translator field. Their eyes, intelligent, furious, narrowed. The smaller one opened its maw, and a jet of white-hot flame erupted, forcing the security team behind reinforced barriers. "They're escalating," someone shouted. "Return fire. Stun setting only." Energy bolts crackled through the air. The cubs dodged with surprising agility, their snarls shaking the deck plating. They weren't attacking to kill. Every blast of flame was precisely aimed to warn, to create distance, never hitting flesh. But they stopped. The voice cut through the chaos like a blade. Every head turned. Lieutenant Jessica Torres sprinted down the corridor, still in her engineering coveralls, face flushed with exertion and fury. She pushed past the security line without hesitation. "Stand down, Lieutenant," Taurek ordered. "Those creatures are—" Jessica ignored him, walking straight into the line of fire. The cub's demeanor changed instantly. The flames ceased. The snarls became whimpers. They rushed forward, wings folding, heads lowering in submission as they pressed against the human who barely reached their shoulders. "It's okay," Jessica murmured, running her hands over their scaled heads. "I'm here. You're safe." The cubs rumbled, not growls, but something closer to relief. One nuzzled against her shoulder hard enough to nearly knock her over. The other wrapped its tail around her protectively. Taurek lowered his weapon slowly, his mandibles clicking in confusion. "How?" Jessica turned, her eyes blazing with barely contained rage. "You separated them from me. They're 4 months old, Chief. Babies. You tore babies away from their caretaker and wonder why they panicked. Station protocol requires quarantine for all non-sentient." "Non-sentient?" Jessica's voice rose dangerously. "Our YX, show him." The larger cub lifted its head and, with deliberate precision, used one claw to trace symbols in the scorched deck plating. Mathematical equations, quantum physics formulas that most station personnel couldn't solve. Taurek stared. "That's impossible. Draconians don't get recognized as sentient until adulthood because they don't speak standard until then," Jessica explained, her tone icy. "But they understand everything. They've been listening to you call them animals and creatures for 20 minutes while they defended themselves. There's a difference." She looked at the scorch marks, the melted barriers, and they showed remarkable restraint for 2 terrified children who thought they were being taken away forever. Taurek's security team exchanged uncomfortable glances. In hindsight, the cubs' actions had been defensive, not aggressive. Every flame blast had been a warning. They could have killed half a dozen officers, but chose not to. Taurek's translator struggled with his tone. "I was following protocol." "Your protocol," Jessica said quietly, traumatized 2 sentient beings because it couldn't recognize intelligence in a form different from your own. She knelt between the cubs, an arm around each neck. "They're staying with me, non-negotiable."